Hey, today we are in North Park. If you're thinking about making the move to San Diego, and specifically in the metro area, North Park is a neighborhood you absolutely will want to consider. And today in this video, we're going to explore everything North Park, from the restaurants, the bars, the shops, the streets, and of course, I'm going to also take you to some residential neighborhoods where we'll take a look at some homes for sale. So, if you're looking for one of the most vibrant, most just urban, rich neighborhoods anywhere across San Diego County with all kinds of just fun, interesting little locations, coffee shops, bakeries, theaters, you name it, it's here. We're gonna explore all of it right now. So if that's what you're looking for, stick with us because we're gonna get after it now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about North Park or San Diego, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you're the first to know of anything going on right here in North Park. I'm Dan Beer, and every single day people just like you are sending us text messages, making phone calls, dropping emails, and setting up Zooms wanting to make that move to San Diego. So whether your move is in the next 9 days, 9 months, 9 years, we absolutely love getting those inquiries, and we are here to help you make that smooth move. All right, we're walking north on 30th, and the reason why is I just want to give you a look at I'm not even frankly sure how much I like this place. I just know it's interesting, and I know people have a lot of fun at it. So if I turn around here, you'll see we have everything from core power yoga to right beyond it, coin op. And coin op is what I want to show you. I just think it's kind of an interesting, unique place. It's basically taking people back to their childhood where, look at this, it's a 21 and up bar, but the bar is, if you can see in there, can you see in there? I don't know if you can see in there. The bar is, you see those right there, the bar is all it's an old school arcade, like if you were literally a kid, except for it's 21 and up and it's a full-blown bar and people end up dancing. And you know, I've been there once or twice, dragged the different things people want. For me though, it has been, I don't know, it's been at least a solid long time, many years since. Little sushi spot right here. So, or excuse me, Thai food. I've never seen this spot before. So anyway, that's a look at this little area, and I'm gonna just turn around so you see these condos that are here. I actually showed them to you from the other side of the street, or from the a block away, just a little bit ago. That, by the way, which maybe is where we should have gotten our coffee today, that's probably the best coffee in San Diego County as a whole. I think we'll do a best coffee of San Diego County episode right here on San Diego Neighborhoods for you. That place 100% will be in the running. Mary, we gotta make a note of that. Have you ever been? That's your spot. It is, yep, it's the best. It's the spot. In fact, maybe we'll have another when we tie back. All right, guys, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cross University. We're gonna get to the other side of 30th. I'm gonna show you just a few additional places there. We'll stop into Modern Times. We'll grab a couple of, just a little flight, do a little tasting. And then we're gonna head over to the neighborhoods. And I'm gonna show you what actually living here would look like, what the homes are at different budgets, different price points, different sizes, different locations within North Park, so that you know exactly where you would be likely to land if this was to be home for you. And by the way, if you're in San Diego and you're watching this video, it's just a really great reminder that getting out of your neighborhood, I mean, you literally are in a different world as you go from neighborhood to neighborhood across San Diego County. It's one of the best things about living here. There's not just this homogeny of just everything's the same no matter where you go. Truly distinct neighborhoods with their own personality. So get out there, have fun, enjoy your city, and we're gonna pick it up on the other side of the street here. All right, guys, so as we make our way down the street, let's talk about location. Aside from being flanking Balboa Park, location relative to the airport, it's about 13-minute drive to San Diego International Airport. So really great. Also from a freeway standpoint, which San Diego is so driven off, you know, how close are you to the freeways, because that really determines how close you are to everything else. We are right on the 15, is just over here to the east, the 805 over here to the west. Really a great location in terms of just getting up and around. You could be anywhere else too. I mean, just so many different locations, from downtown to Pacific Beach to Ocean Beach, Point Loma. a lot of really great neighborhoods across San Diego County, including the beaches, within 15 minutes. So this gives you a lot of different aspects of being able to live in San Diego, where you get kind of that more urban center, but at the same time, you have the beach available to you. You have the and you have the downtown area available, but also a lot of suburbs. There's really great suburbs here, like Terrasana and Del Cerro and Script, all within, again, 15 minutes or so. There's an F45 class going on in there, people getting fit in the middle of the day. Why aren't they at work? I don't know, but they're not. So, all right, we're gonna cross the street. Sorry, there we go. So, another great coffee shop is Dark Horse. And Swami's Cafe is right here.
I don't see it. I'm like, okay, well, you can ask. So he asked her. So you got Dexter's Deli, then gourmet dog food.
Oh yeah, there's Dexter's Deli. So that's a gourmet dog food shop. Now, I don't know how I feel about it, even though we do buy gourmet food for our dog. That's probably part of the reason why I don't know how I feel about it, because it's expensive. My wife said that's what we're doing, so that's what we're doing. That's a place where you would buy it if you were looking for gourmet dog food. This is kind of the one of the few well-known ones. It's not like there's a ton of competition for them across the county. Mr. Motto Pizza, which we've mentioned on other episodes right here. There's another one of their locations. Just a great pizza right there. And then, of course, a taco shop. You can't have a San Diego neighborhood without a taco shop. So, with that, we're gonna kind of fast forward all the way down the street here, and where there's kind of this residential lull in the action, and then all of a sudden it picks up with a lot more restaurants, bars, etc., including the brewery scene. So you've already seen North Park Beer, but down this way we're going to find Modern Times, and then we're going to find Belching Beaver as well. So in a little bit, we'll be right back. All right, here we are. We are just about approaching Myrtle as we were moving west, but I'm going to come across the street because I'm going to show you there's a New Zealand restaurant here called Dunedin, and probably one of the best spots in town to just sit, grab some bites. Right here, right at about Myrtle, everything gets pretty darn nice. This is one of the nicer areas of North Park. You see this restaurant. It's just a really cool experience. Get a little view of the food there if you catch that. But it's fun. Let me just come around the corner and I'll give you a closer look. So definitely recommend it that you come here and sit and just enjoy the sun, enjoy their decor. It's a great spot. The park, by the way, is this way right here. So we are kind of now moving toward the, let's call it the northwest corner of Balboa Park. You still have all this kind of quirky stuff, like, you know, foot reflexology and just fun. But you can see it's all really nice and clean, especially down this way. This is my favorite area when we're talking about North Park. Up there where we just were, it's busy and there's a ton going on, and certainly there's places you want to move in and get into, but it's also crowded, and you know, it just doesn't have as new, as fresh a feel as what you have going on here. Now, where we're standing right now, across the street from the Smoking Goat, which I'll show you in a moment, here's Modern Times, which we've been talking about, the brewery. Really probably one of San Diego's most successful breweries outside of Stone Brewery or Ballast Point. Is all this is new construction, but in the evening this is packed. Okay, this is full of life, full of people. Across the street, these restaurants, packed. Okay, so if you're looking for a really nice scene in this North Park area, this is somewhere you want to come. Mary and I will tuck in there in a moment. I'll just give you another look at the block, and then we'll go into Modern Times here in a minute and grab ourselves or better said, she'll grab. I'll probably watch. Maybe I'll have a sip. Some beer flights. Underbelly, this is a place worth mentioning just because one of the best restaurateurs, most prolific restaurateurs in San Diego County, opened this little tiny place in Little Italy called Underbelly. It's a noodle shop. And it was so successful, but it was literally just a hole in the wall. Tiny, tiny, tiny place that probably had room for maybe 8 or 9 people to sit in. Well, he ends up with this place here. So now he has this much larger location. Same setup though, same theme. It's really, from even a layout standpoint, just an expanded version of the one that's in Little Italy. But if you do want to visit the original, Little Italy is going to be the spot for you to do that at. And again, the Smoking Goat across the street, that's a family favorite. We'll visit that place at least once a year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but look, there's so much across San Diego County. So many food options, so many restaurant options that once a year, it's, for us at least, at a minimum. And again, I live about 30 minutes away from here, so to go out of our way, that means it's good. Now right here, coming up on the taco stand. So again, taco culture in San Diego, don't underestimate it. It's really, really part of what San Diego is. And this little kind of enclave here, across the street, Alexander's. That place has been around for years and been known as one of the best restaurants in the county. So I think we're probably gonna stop right about here. We're gonna tuck back over to Modern Times. But I want to give you a look just quickly down the street here. Beautiful street. And as you move on down that way, real estate prices start to really increase. The homes get really, really nice. And the residential feel of what you have going on there. So remember, stick with us, because when I say I'm stopping here, I just mean with the commercial aspect. We're going to tuck into Modern Times, and then we're going to go into the neighborhoods, just like what you see behind me, and some other areas as well across North Park, where we're going to give you a feel for different homes and different price points. So if you're looking to make that move to San Diego, we want it to be a smooth move for you, and we want to give you an idea of what life would look like, not just on the day-to-day, but of course covering the real estate aspect as well. And with that, stick with us, because we're going to go and take care of that right now. All right, guys, we're heading into Modern Times, and they're also known, by the way, for their cold brew. But of course, this is one of the premier breweries in San Diego County. Great menu, great place, probably my favorite. Cool. And I'll take the submersible stout, please. So it's a coconut stout. They call it the Submersible City. Mary ordered an IPA. She has the West Coast IPA. We're both ordering just little 5 ounces, as we have a lot to do today. But with that, here it is. Thank you so much. All right, so here's my stout. There's Mary's IPA. Mary, cheers. And by the way, Mary executes all the marketing over at Beer Home Team. So she's my counterpart, always on the other side of the camera, leading me across the street, making sure I don't get hit by a car. We're gonna hang out here for just a minute, have this little 5 ouncer, and we're gonna keep going on the road, because the next stop is the neighborhoods. We are going to go hit 3 different homes across North Park at different price points. You get a feel for exactly where your budget would go, how far it would go, and if this is the right neighborhood for you. It may be, it may not be. It has its pros, it has its cons. It's busy, as you've seen. At the same time, it has so much to offer. Just like, imagine walking around the corner from your home and tucking into this place where we're at now. So a lot of great advantages and disadvantages versus the suburbs. That's for you to judge. We have no horse in the race other than to serve you and make sure that you have the experience you want and make real estate easy for you. So with that, we're gonna drink our beer and we're gonna go hit 3 different homes. All right, so we're on 33rd Street and just around the corner from all the fun stuff that we were showing you. So walking distance from all that. And you'll see really some, again, they're small. It's the homes here are some of the oldest in all of San Diego County. You could really only find homes like this in very few neighborhoods like Mission Hills, Coronado. Really, really cute homes that are nicely taken care of. And kind of mixed in with all of it, you also have some what used to be apartments but have been condo converted. So entry point right here, this is this is at $440,000, 551 square feet, built in 1980s. It was an apartment, been condo converted. And so that gives you an idea of what the entry point is to live right here in walking distance to all that good stuff that we were just walking by, but also, interestingly enough, right next to some 7-figure homes, which this would be, and the one just across from it would be. Let me cross the street. I'll give you a little bit more of a look. And From here, we're gonna then end up going to a single family home, that's a condo. We'll go to a single family home that's priced at $800,000, and we're gonna go visit one that's up at the $1.5 million range. And so that'll give you hopefully a somewhat rounded look at what real estate looks like right here. But that would be an entry-level property and price point for North Park if you wanted to live here in the 92104 zip code. So these are some single family homes that are kind of on the smaller side, not quite as renovated, don't have the architectural appeal that these across the street have. So it's kind of interesting. This side of the street is one way, those across the street are another, and then those condo converted apartments right next to it. So a little bit of a mishmash and kind of just a mix of different property types, which isn't really all that rare for North Park. In fact, it's a lot more common than not. You do have this nice feature right here, this roundabout, which just adds a lot of character right here to the area across the street. Make sure I don't get hit. But this just gives you a nice look at what this is all about. A lot of people have dogs in the area. It's a really dog-friendly city, I would say, just in general. And so there you have it. That's where we're starting off. We're on 33rd Street. We're gonna make our way over to Whitman, and then from Whitman, we're gonna head over to Texas Street. I also should mention that all these are south of University. There is still more North Park north of University. In general, south of University is a little bit more highly desired. The nicer homes of North Park are south of University, and then more of the apartments are on the north side of University. And we are still absolutely everything that you've been looking at today with us is all west of the 15 freeway. So with that, I'm gonna jump in the car and we'll see you at the next one. All right, here we are on Whitman Street. This home right here, a 2-bed, 1-bath, asking $799, so just under $800,000. And this property is very much still in original condition, but kept up beautifully. It is genuinely charming in there, as you can see from the photos. It also has aside from the 2 beds and the 1 bath, it has a detached garage, which you could actually, with its own entry, which is pretty much ripe for you turning into an ADU. Now, if you're not familiar with ADU, it's an additional dwelling unit. ADUs, especially in the metro area, are a huge deal, especially if you want to add value to a property. A lot of people are turning garages, detached garages, into that additional dwelling unit because they can get so much rent out of them, or of course they can fit an additional family member. And if there is not already an obvious place to do it, people are adding on, and the city is making it fairly easy for people to get that permitting because they just need more density, more housing. So this property has a huge advantage in that. Really a nice property inside, should get really great rents if you're looking for a rental property. And from a living standpoint, this is a really nice, it's a quiet location. You'll see there's really not a lot going on behind me, not a lot of cars moving around. It was just someone walking her dog within her yoga pants, maybe coming from who knows where. It's a nice, true neighborhood street. So this home right here, the other thing to mention about it, the pads or the lot size, it's right at about 3,600 square foot lot. The next one we go to is going to be almost double that, almost 6,800 square feet on the lot size. So that's pretty much the biggest driver of what's pushing the price to what we're going to call an affordable level here in San Diego when you're at that $800,000 range on a 2-bed, 1-bath that could be a 3-bedroom property when you build out that ADU, which would also add a tremendous amount of value to the property. So really great little property right here on Whitman Street. We are again in North Park, and we are now going to go ahead and move on. Almost double the price to $1.5 million, but you're also going to get almost double the square footage, where we're going to have over 1,500 square feet. So let's get after it and go take a look at that right now. All right, so here we are on Texas Street, and the downside to Texas Street is just one thing. It's this, you see the yellow line here in the middle. It's a little bit of a bigger road than some of the other streets around North Park, but this is a really nice residential side of it, where there's a lot of single family homes. Some parts of Texas Street, which is a fairly long street that runs north and south, can be a little more apartment heavy. And we're coming up on a house right here that, so to remind you where we just came from, a 2-bed, 1-bath, 800 something square feet. Right here we're at 1,515 square feet on a really nice single family home that is priced just a hair under 1.5 million and was built in the early 1900s. So this house has been renovated. It has inside a really nice fireplace, remodeled kitchen. The biggest features of this home probably is that backyard. It has really, really good backyard space. I believe it's 6,800 square foot lot. So as far as lot size goes here in North Park, that's going to be a really good size. And that house right there is a great example of what you can have in terms of on the larger side of what's going to be available in North Park. You see across the street, there's a lot of smaller homes. And so 1,500 square feet would be considered among the bigger. This is a craftsman style property. This style of home does sell at a premium here. I should mention that the home's been on the market for 26 days. So that tells me that there's probably negotiating room on this particular property and that we can get it for under that $1.5 million price point. If it was going to sell for the asking price, it probably already would have sold by now. So this is a home that, who knows, you could be getting at $1,475, $1,450, maybe even $1.4 million. And that number will only drop as market time rises. Remember, as market times rise, the price point for most, there's always a seller that's going to hold out, but those sellers also typically just don't sell at all because with market time, what's really being proven is the home wasn't worth the asking price. So that's a home that there's probably some negotiating room on. Really great craftsman style home. The backyard has great entertainment space, lots of little areas to sit. And so there you go. That's North Park at 1.5 million asking price. While we've also seen what you get well under $1 million, closer to that $600,000 and $800,000 price range. The price per square foot on it is right at about $1,000 a foot as far as ask to size. And we'll keep track of that one. If you want to know what it ended up selling for, by the way, by the time you're watching this, just reach out or drop in the comments and we'll give you the sales price so that you have a really great idea of what the current market is, regardless of when you watch this video right here in North Park. All right, so there you have it. That's a really good look at North Park. I'm Dan Beer, Beer Home Team at eXp Realty. This is San Diego Neighborhoods, and this is the channel that you want to make sure you subscribe to. Hit that bell for notifications. And this is the place where you can get to know not only every neighborhood across San Diego County, but the true lifestyle, the experience, what it's like right here on the ground. And if you live here, we'll also show you about neighborhoods you may or may not know or may not know enough about. So we're here to help you make a smooth move, and we'll see you on the next one.